So, you've got the Resident Evil 2 remake, and you've beaten it on the standard difficulty, but hardcore mode is just a little too hardcore. Still, you'd really like to get those achievements and unlock that infinite rocket launcher. Well, you're in luck. I'm Teak, and I'm going to show you the best way, or at least a way, to get that S+ rank with minimal stress. We aren't going for speed records here. The point of this run is to minimize dangerous situations and maximize your health and ammo while still reaching the end credits in just under 2 hours. So let's get to it. First things first, head for the police station. Now, if you need me to describe how to do this, then you aren't ready for this run. Also, this guide is going to assume that you already know all the safe combinations, locker combinations, and various other puzzle answers, so don't expect those here. As soon as you get to the police station, you're going to go straight for the shuttered door and open it up. Once inside the east hallway, we've got a little bit of looting to do. There are handgun bullets under the zombie in the conference room, and in the second stall of the restroom you'll find a first aid spray. Unlike classic Resident Evil 2, first aid sprays don't count against your rank, so don't be shy about using them whenever you're in danger. Head over to the Watchman's room to not save Elliot and prepare to run. Push your way past the zombie cop and get ready for your first real challenge. Take a few shots at the two zombies that cut you off in the hall and then make a sharp right into the supply closet to pick up the wooden board and bullets. It may look risky, but if you move quickly, you should get through unscathed. If not, that's what the first aid spray is for. Use the knife on the taped up control box, then head for the item box and grab the ink ribbons. Put away the knife, ribbons, and any first aid sprays you still have. We're gonna need that knife later, so don't go losing it inside a zombie. In the receptionist room, pick up the green herb and bullets, then make your way to the west hallway. At the end of the hallway, there will be a very angry zombie pounding on the window. Use the boards you just picked up to keep her from getting in. Move on to the operations room and pick up the handgun bullets to the left of the door, then hop over the wall and put down the vending machine zombie. Turn around and you'll find some bullets under the corpse near the barricade. Make sure the vending machine zombie is dead, then take care of his sleeping friend on the floor. Make sure you kill them both all the way dead. You don't want them popping up again later. Head down the hallway and pick up another green herb and wooden board. Duck inside the save room real quick and get the gunpowder out of the locker and the red herb from the photo lab. Mix the red herb with one of your greens and stick it in the box. Leave the save room and board up the window at the end of the hall to keep the zombie from getting in, then head upstairs. There will be one zombie hanging around up there, so be sure to kill him all the way dead. Leave the sleeping cop alone for the moment, we'll deal with her later. Pick up the red herb on the second floor just past the coffee machine and mix it with your other green, then run up to the third floor. Up there you'll find some handgun bullets on the table, ammo in the DCM locker, and finally the spade key. Now we're gonna go a little bit out of our way to the west storage room, but it's worth it. In the storage room you'll find some gunpowder. Combine it with the gunpowder you picked up in the save room to make some bullets. We'll be doing this every time we pick up 2 gunpowders. Grab another wooden board and head on out. Now for some backtracking. Instead of going through the library, we're going to run back down to the first floor. In the west office, there are gunpowder and bullets to grab. There's also a zombie sitting at his desk, but you can leave him so long as you don't walk behind him. Instead, kill the sleeper in the office near the safe and open it up to get the item pouch. Then unlock Leon's desk to nab the handgun upgrade and use the spade key to leave the office and meet up with Marvin. Claire is waiting for you outside, but we've got some errands to run first. Head up to the second floor of the east wing and pick up the green herb in the waiting room and the handgun upgrade out of the safe. Now unlock the door and get a second wooden board from the hallway, then head into the art room for the weapons locker key. It's time to get a shotgun. Run back to the west hallway for a second pass through, boarding up the windows as you go, then make your way to the weapons storage room. Now at this point we need to have a little chat about handgun ammo. There are only a handful of zombies left that you'll be using the handgun on, and if you've been getting lucky with headshots, you might be building up a healthy excess of bullets. So while I'll still point out the ammo drops, starting with the 109 locker in the weapons room, if you have more than 40 rounds, don't feel the need to go out of your way to pick them up. Do, however, use the keycard to get your shotgun. Finally, we're going to the library. Head back upstairs and kill the sleeping cop. She's not worth the hassle of killing with the handgun, so just end her with the shotgun and pick up the handgun bullets. Once in the library, kill all 3 of the zombies in the room and go ahead and give that shotgun a try for those easy headshots. Now move the bookshelves to save yourself some hassle later. Move the far right shelf once to the left and the other 2 once to the right. This will get you a few more handgun bullets in the process. Now it's time to loot the room. Pick up the knife on the floor, then head next door to get the second gunpowder and the unicorn medallion. Grab the red book on the way out and throw away the spade key. There are some more handgun bullets at the end of the main hall. Pick those up and then get the lion medallion on the way back to Marvin so you can put the 2 medals in the goddess statue. Once that's done, deposit everything but your handgun and ammo. We're going to need the inventory space. Go back upstairs to finally let that helicopter crash and grab the green herb before triggering the cutscene. Once Claire is done flirting, it's time to get ready for another trip through the east hallway. Grab the wooden boards, the handgun bullets, and the cutting tool, then make your way into the bullpen. Inside, there's a flash grenade directly to your left. Pick it up along with the bullets next to the sleeping zombie and the gunpowder on the north side of the desks while taking pot shots at the cop walking around. Don't take too long though, or you'll have zombies coming at you from all sides. Grab the fuse, unblock the exit, get the valve handle and high-grade gunpowder, then get out of there. Deposit the green herb and the high-grade gunpowder in the box before heading back for a third trip through the west hallway. All that hard work is finally paying off because now you can enjoy a nice, zombie-free path back to the operations room. Use the cutting tool and discard it to pick up the detonator, a new green herb, a second flashbang, and a second board, then unlock the door. Run back up to the locker room and loot the lockers for shotgun shells. Use the valve handle and get a second gunpowder from the locker on the other side, then go into the hallway and pick up the shotgun shells on the seat. Ignore the liquor and run straight for the STARS office. Once inside, loot the room. Combine the red herb with your green herb, pick up the high-grade gunpowder, first aid spray, flashbang, shotgun shells, and the battery for the detonator. Once outside the office, walk to the other end of the hallway and unlock the door. Don't worry about the liquor, so long as you're not running, it shouldn't bother you. Head upstairs, grab the bullets off the shelf, place the detonator, then run back to the library and make sure the door is open when the bomb goes off. This will keep the bookshelf from falling. Put a few rounds into the hanging zombie to make sure he doesn't give you any trouble, then get the last medallion out of the maiden statue. Once you have the medallion, start running for the door and hope the liquor doesn't get you before you reach the safety of the library. But even if he does take a piece out of you, you should have plenty of health items, so don't worry about it. Now that we have all 3 medallions, it's time to open up the secret passage. Say farewell to Marvin and get ready for your first boss fight. Loot the secret office and deposit everything but your handgun and any bullets you might have. Then bring out 2 knives and 2 full heals. Prioritize first aid sprays, but red-green mixes will work too. Once down the elevator, go to the bottom of the stairs to grab a grenade. It's okay to use it in a pinch, but you should try to save it. Now go to the machinery room for your first encounter with William Birkin. He is not happy with you. Don't worry though, even on hardcore, he's kind of a chump. As soon as the fight starts, just run up to him and start slashing. Don't let up, even if he's thrashing around. Eventually he'll move to grab you, and you might want to let him, especially if your knife is near its breaking point. Breaking a knife means going through a dangerously long animation, but if you use it as a defensive weapon, you'll automatically equip a fresh one. On a good encounter, you'll kill him with your second knife, otherwise if he does grab you a second time, he should be close enough to dead that a couple handgun shots to the eye will finish him off. In either case, once you're done, it's time to loot the room and get out of there. Make your way to the next item box and deposit everything except Matilda, your handgun ammo, a red-green mix, and the gunpowder you picked up out of the locker after the Birkin fight. Climb the ladder up to the parking garage and meet the mysterious Ada Wong. Follow Ada into the holding cells, pick up the handgun ammo, and go say hello to Ben.
Hello, human.
Once you're finished with Ben, pick up the crank and make your way over to the other side of the basement. Take a little detour to the shooting range to pick up the shotgun shells, then run over to the kennels, grabbing your first blue herb along the way. Combine it with your red-green to make your first super herb mix. We'll be doing this at every opportunity. Inside the kennels, grab the high-grade gunpowder and ignore the penned-up dogs. They're just a distraction. Now run over to the morgue and open up the 2 slabs to get a red herb and a flashbang. Don't worry about the diamond key, we're not going to use it. Go to the end of the hall and use the crank to get into the power room. On your left there will be a green herb to mix with your red. Also in the room there's gunpowder to make some bullets and the first of 2 electronic part boxes. Grab them and go turn the power on. Once the power is on, it's time to run. Make a mad dash for the exit and hope the dogs decide to behave themselves. Run your ass past the dogs all the way to the safety of the east hallway. Grab the shotgun shells on the shelf, then get into the save room. Loot the room and deposit everything in the box except Matilda, your handgun ammo, the crank, and the fuse. Then pull out 2 wooden boards and a red-green mix. Out in the east hallway, board up the second and third windows from the south, then kill the 3 zombies with your handgun. Use the fuse to open the shutter, ignore the knife, and put poor Elliot out of his misery. Take the fire escape back to the second floor and use the crank to open the shutter. It's safe to discard now. Run upstairs and loot everything. There's a wooden board, flashbang, bullets, shotgun shells, the large gear, and a blue herb waiting for you. Once you're done, run outside and get another blue herb, then fall down the ladder. We're at the point of no return now. On the roof, grab the handgun bullets and the red herb from inside, then go down the fire escape and switch the water. 2 zombies will burst out of the boiler room, so run to the opposite end of the alley and use what's left of your handgun ammo to finish them off, picking up the 2 green herbs while you're over there. Now go inside the boiler room and deposit your inventory. Things are gonna get real tight here. Bring out Matilda, the shotgun, 2 flashbangs, the red book, the large cog, the electronic part, the wooden board, and an ink ribbon because it's time for your first hard-earned save. If you're doing well, you should be at about the 40-minute mark, but strap in because things are gonna get rough from here. Pick up the club key and go back up to the rooftop to put out the flaming helicopter, and you know what's coming next. X is here to give it to you, so don't let him. Run back outside, lure him into the open, and get just close enough to make him take a swing before hightailing it away. We're going to sprint all the way to the interrogation room, boarding up the zombie window as we pass by it. Use the club key to get the jeweled box and pick up the high-grade gunpowder in the locker outside. If you're lucky, Mr. X won't be waiting for you as you make your way back. And if you're not lucky, reload the save and try again. This part really depends on not running face first into Mr. X. If luck is on your side, you won't ever have to really deal with him in this part of the game. Head for the art room and go through the lengthy sequence of examining and combining items until you have the STARS USB drive. Once you've got that done, head back to the west hallway for your 4th trip through. The good news is there are still no zombies. The bad news is now there's a licker hanging around. If you're really in a hurry, you might be able to get away with running past it, otherwise quietly walk to the records room and discard the club key once you've opened the door. Grab the jack and the grenade from the records room, then run out and make your way to the operations room. Cross through the operations room and head for Marvin's office. Once you make your escape, run out and up the stairs to the library. Use the jack and move the shelves, but don't cross your makeshift bridge just yet. Instead, head for the STARS hallway. Be careful when you go in. You'll want to walk if the licker is hanging out near the STARS office, otherwise if the licker's at the far end of the hallway, you should be able to run into the STARS office before he notices you. Once you're safely inside, use the STARS USB and get that Magnum. Mr. X might have caught up to you at this point. If he's hanging around, duck back into the STARS office until he walks off towards the showers. Once he's gone, it should be safe to run back to the library. Alternatively, if he's going the other way, you can just follow him back into the library and hope he doesn't turn around. Head upstairs, cross the bridge, and get to the 3rd floor of the main hall. There'll be a zombie hiding behind the pillar waiting to sneak attack you. Let him know how you feel about that with a shotgun blast to the face, then go inside the clock tower. Use the large gear to bring the ladder down and do not forget to pick it up again when you're done. Before going up the stairs, run around to the back of the building and get the large gunpowder. Combine it with the high-grade gunpowder we picked up near the interrogation room to make some shotgun shells. We'll be doing this with all of the large gunpowder we find. Go back and finish the clock tower puzzle to secure your 2nd electronic part. We're just about out of the police station now. All that's left is one last run. Exit the clock tower, grab the green herb outside, and head back for the library. Use the broken floor for a fast drop down, then run all the way back to the holding cells, grabbing the knife in the east hallway along the way. There will be a pack of dogs in the parking garage, but just keep running and you should be fine. Maybe serpentine a little bit. Once you're through, make your way back to Ben's cell and use the electronic parts to get inside. Pick up the first aid spray in the toilet and the parking garage keycard, then get ready to run again. Use the switch to open up the non-zombie filled side of the jail cells. Mr. X will be there waiting to intercept you, but that's what the flashbangs are for. Use one to stun Mr. X and another to stun the zombies at the intersection, and congratulations, you have successfully gotten through the hardest part of the hardcore run. Head back to the parking garage to meet up with Ada and leave the police station once and for all, picking up the green herb on your way out. From here, things are pretty straightforward for a while. Break into Kendo's gun shop and grab the grenade, shotgun upgrade, and bullets if you need to reload your gun. Then take Ada down into the sewers. There isn't anything different here than a normal playthrough. Run from the alligator, blow up the alligator, pick up the grenade, chase Annette, get shot, and start Ada's sequence. As Ada, the hardest part is getting through the zombie-infested area. One bite will put you in danger, so the faster you get through, the better. Blow the leg out of the fat zombie, turn the power onto the lift, and get back as quickly as possible. Then it's just a matter of escaping Mr. X and having a long chat with Annette. It's all pretty straightforward. Back as Leon, it's time to initiate our second save. Wake up, head for the item box, and deposit everything except Matilda, the shotgun, a red-green mix, and an ink ribbon. Save the game, and you should just be at over an hour at this point. Now we're off to the sewer control room. The first enemies we're going to encounter are 3 zombies. Use the shotgun to deal horrific violence against them, and keep moving until you're back in the muck. Pick up the high-grade gunpowder and then get ready for your first encounter with a G-type. Don't worry though, you don't actually have to fight it. From a close to medium distance, use the pistol to wake him up and then just run past him. In the control room, reload your shotgun with the shotgun shells and get the magnum rounds out of the SCF locker, then drop down and exit the room as soon as the cutscene ends. Lower the bridge in the next room, then pick up the tool, the red and blue herbs, and open up the safe to get the shotgun upgrade. Now go down the stairs and commit even more horrific violence against the trio of zombies waiting down there. Use the tool on the door to the left, but don't go through it yet. Instead, head back, pick up the green herb, and open the sewer gate. Be sure to pick up the grenade that somebody left in the garbage while it opens. Going for the rook plug first, a G-type will pop out at you as you're wading through the muck, but you can just run past and ignore it. Pick up the blue herb and use the tool on the door to the workroom, reload your shotgun with the shells in there, and take the lift up. Kill the sleeping zombie, grab the rook plug, and head back. The G-type may still be waiting for you, but you can use your handgun to encourage it to submerge. As soon as it starts the dive animation, jump down and run on through all the way back to the item box. Deposit the grenade and tool in your box and swap out the shotgun for your magnum, then put the rook and night plugs in their proper place and head back out to the sewer. It's time to run the poop maze. Grab the green herb near the chest burster and then dive on in. If you're lucky, you can draw out the first G-type and bait him into taking a swing, then run past. If you're really lucky, you'll be able to avoid the second one too. You probably won't be lucky though. That's what the RGB mix is for. Force your way through and sneak over to the left to pick up the magnum rounds. Now you have 2 G-types to push through again. You'll probably get grabbed, but that RGB mix gives you poison immunity and a defense boost, so you'll be fine. The king and queen plugs are in the next room along with a red and blue herb to go with your green. Use one of your magnum rounds on the hanging zombie, grab the flamethrower, finish the plug puzzle, and get out. If you're lucky, the G-types won't bother you on the way back. The only one you must deal with is right at the end, but that one's easy enough to avoid. Just hop up out of his way and immediately hop back down to run past him. Back in the control room, finish setting the chess pieces and get ready for your next boss fight. If you're confident in your abilities, you can go in with what you've got, otherwise take some extra magnum ammo and health with you. Pick up the RGB mix on the way to the power switch and start the battle. Stand next to the garden hose and use the magnum to encourage Birkin to stop screwing around in the ceiling. He'll open the door eventually, giving you the opportunity to light him on fire. Shoot him with the magnum and burn him with the flamethrower until he's damaged enough to hit with the crane. Just be sure not to use much more than 200 units of fuel. You'll need to hit him with the shipping container twice to finish him. The trick is to hold off on dealing a lot of damage until it's in place. Just dodge and try to lure him to the far side of the platform. As soon as he roars to go prone, run for that button. If you're fast enough and he's far enough, the shipping container will hit him. You'll have to go through this twice, and you can always use a flash grenade to stun him if you need a few more seconds. Once he's done for good, head back and save Ada. It's time to move on to the lab. In the lab, we'll be making our third and final save. Deposit everything but the flamethrower, the shotgun, 1 high-grade gunpowder, and the wristband. Pick up some extra shotgun shells from the security room and then head for the cafeteria. The zombies will wake up as soon as you enter, so dash to the right and pick up the grenade, then go for the flamethrower fuel on the counter before running for the ladder. Reload the flamethrower on your way to the kitchen and drop down. In the kitchen, pick up the knife and the large gunpowder. Make sure the knife and the shotgun are equipped before you open the door. There's an armored zombie on the other side, and you'll want that knife handy if he grabs you before you can blow his head off. Once the armored zombie is down, go into the nap room and pick up the shotgun shells, flamethrower upgrade, and level 2 chip, then head back to extend the first bridge. The next thing we need to deal with are ivies, and we're gonna take our time with them. Bring out the flamethrower and light them up until they fall over, then use quick bursts of fire to keep them burning until they finally go up in flames. Try to make them fall near each other so you can hit them both with one shot. Once the ivies go up in smoke, grab that high-grade gunpowder and move on to the control room. Leave the flashbang for now, unlock the doors, and grab the herbicide capsule, then go into the greenhouse and take out 3 more ivies. Don't worry about the herbs on the ground yet, we'll get them later. Also, if you haven't used the knife yet, go ahead and drop it. You'll need the space. Head for the drug testing lab to get your plant poison, and don't forget the grenade and large gunpowder in that room either. Now head down the ladder, go to the end of the hall, and get another large gunpowder. There are even more shotgun shells in the lounge. Pick them up and use them on the 3 sleeping zombies. 1 shot should be good for each of them. Run to the end of the hallway, avoiding the liquor that drops down from the ceiling, and head for the stairwell. Use the shotgun on the zombie to the right, the zombie that falls on you, and, if necessary, the one in the storage closet, then pick up the high-grade gunpowder and modulator. Head back downstairs and take the long walk back to the lounge to turn the power on. Be sure to grab the green herb along the way. Walk around the liquors to get to the cold room and chill your plant poison. Once you've done that, take another walk through the lounge and head for the server room. Deposit your grenades, reload your flamethrower, pick up the high-grade gunpowder, and head back out. Grab the red herb on your way back through the greenhouse, then disperse the plant poison. Pick up the flashbang, the blue herb, and the level 3 chip, then run out of there as fast as you can. Do not stop for anything. We're in the home stretch now. Make your way over to the west wing and turn the power back on. Go ahead and box the power modulator and flashbang here. Loot everything on your way to the next box and get set up for the next boss fight. We'll be taking the shotgun, 2 stacks of shotgun shells, the flamethrower, 2 herb mixes, and a knife. Between this and what you'll find on the battleground floor, you should have plenty to deal with G3. Use the shotgun on his eyes, knife his belly when he's prone, and douse him with a steady stream of fire during his second phase. Once you're done, grab the grenades around the room and the extra magnum ammo and let the self-destruct begin. You should still have plenty of health at this point, so other than the grenade we passed earlier, you can ignore all the items on the way to the final boss. Run past the ivies, using your shotgun if necessary, and head for the last box. It's time for the final boss. Bring out your magnum and combine high-grade gunpowder until you have a stack of magnum bullets. Then grab as many grenades as you can carry, a stack of flashbangs, and 2 RGB mixes. Mr. X's final form is mostly a game of keep away. Avoid his attacks, take pot shots with the magnum, and throw grenades to interrupt him. If you time it right, you can basically stun lock him, and before you know it, a rocket launcher will fall from the sky and, well, if you've gotten this far, I'm sure you can figure out the rest. And that's pretty much it. If you haven't dilly-dallied, you should catch your train well under the 2-hour mark to secure that S+ rank and the sweet, sweet infinite rocket launcher. A couple of things to keep in mind though. Practice makes perfect, particularly when it comes to boss battles. If you can, make a separate save file before the battles so you can practice it until you have it down. This applies for any other tricky area of the game as well. Before going for the S+, it's not a bad idea to break up the hardcore game into smaller segments so you can practice your trouble areas. Hardcore mode leaves little room for error and greatly punishes mistakes. The trick is to avoid unnecessary risk whenever possible. Eliminating zombies one at a time when the opportunity presents itself makes the game much easier to manage. The most important thing to do is to take care of small problems early so they don't become big problems later. And that's everything I have to offer. I hope this guide makes hardcore mode less intimidating, so give it a try. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and check out its counterpart for Claire's game. And if you want to watch me in action, you can always follow me on Twitch at TeekTheGamer. That's it for me, so happy running and have a great day!